Hello fashion lovers, welcome back to my channel. Today it is this gown by Toto Ninja on Instagram that will be drafting cutting in this video. If it is what you're interested in, please like this video, subscribe to the channel guys, then please drop a comment on the comment section. I need YouTube to push out this video, so drop a comment on the comment section. If you have any question, drop it on the comment section. Whatever you feel like, just drop a comment on the comment section. I will really appreciate it. So let's dive into it. Now, this particular dress, I took out my time. I zoomed to analyze this dress. It's so simple, but because of the ashok on it, okay, it requires you to look at it very well again to know what happened. So this is the fabric I'll be drafting it, I'll be cutting it with. All right, this is the blue ashok I'll be working with, and this is the fabric, it goes. All right, so this is original Ankara, and this ashok was joined together. Okay, it's not, but I'll have to open it up when attaching it to the dress. I have to open it up because it was joined. All right, so this is the fabric I'll be working with, and the next thing is, we go for our calculations. All right, this is just the basic calculation I already have of the person's measurement. Okay, she is shoulder 16, bust 42, and waist 33. Now the hip is 44, but do I need the hip? It's just a way checkmate the down part. Now this is a 90-degree. The down part of this gown is 90-degree. You can use 90-degree. You can equally use 360 if you want to, but 90 degrees is exactly what they made, and that is what she is putting on herself. So, and the half length is 17.5. I added half, and the gown length is 45. Now this is a 3/4 gown. It's not short because it is after the knee, and it's not long. It didn't get to the ankle, so it is a 3/4 gown, and a 3/4 gown is between 40 to 45, at most 50. All right, so the person's length is 45. I added 1.5 inches for the hemming, and the joining, the rest of them odd. So that is why I went for half inch. Now watch my bust and waist. All right, I added only 3 and 4 inches for my allowance. Now this is my pattern. I folded it. I always go for my pattern before on the fabric. Now watch how I'm placing my tape. This particular gown, if those of you that know how to sew the traditional Igbo dress, that is the same pattern, no difference. Okay, the traditional Igbo dress gives you this particular gown easily if you do know how. Now I place my tape ahead, 4 inches ahead. That 4 inches is an illusion. That 4 inches is that stand, is the band that will cross from the front to the back. That is what that 4 inches is for. Then once you place it this way, you start marking out all your necessary measurements. Now where my tape is, I'm marking out my armhole depth, which is my B, my bust point, my underbust. This is a bustier. It is a bustier gown. It is a bustier. That is why I said, if you know how to cut the traditional Igbo blouse, this is how it is done. It is so easy. Now I've marked out all my lines. Okay, now let's still leave it the way it is and start marking. This is B. Sorry, my marker is fucking up. This is my BP. This is the underbust, and this is the waist. These are the basic lines. Okay, next thing is for us to start marking the accurate measurement. So I marked my bust plus 3 inches. I used 3 inches for my allowances. Then on the waist, I mark my waist measurement 8.25. But my sewing allowance on the waist, both the bustier allowance and normal sewing allowance, I went for 4 inches. Then I'll connect. So on my bust, I did plus 3. On my waist, I did plus 4 because of it is a bustier. Okay, now for the upper part here, you mark your shoulder. curve it the same way we curve our armhole, but this way, or like an off shoulder. Once this is done, because it's a bustier, you go for your nipple to nipple. Start from the beginning. Here, you mark your nipple to nipple. I'm marking 4.5. Nipple to nipple is 8. Divided by 2 gives us 4. Plus half inches, that is why I'm marking 4.5. Okay, that half inches is sewing allowance. So you connect it straight from the waist to the upper part of it. Once you have done that, now our BP, you already know our BP, this point right here, that is where the connectivity is. The bustier darts here, this is where you connect them. Right, then you come up here, right here. You're taking 1 inches from both sides. All right, so from here you take 1, from here you take 1. Now, why 1 inches? Because it's a bustier. All right, that is why you're taking 1 to give the bust points more curve, for the bust to fit in properly. Now you come to the underbust part of it. You go for 1 inches on both sides. The same thing you marked here, you mark here too. You use your rule and connect. Now once you have connected it this way, you come to your waist. The same thing you took from the underbust, that is what you take from the waist. 1 inches, mark it straight. This is very important, especially when you're cutting dress or gown that has half cut. If you're dealing with bustier and there is half cut on it, like it is an half cut, it stops at half length. What you have as your what you take from your underbust must be the same with what you have on your waist. If not, the waist will be projecting. It will not be standing firm. So I've done that. Then the next thing is to cut. Okay. While cutting, I will not cut that part of it or the bustier part of it yet, because I want to use this to get my back. All right, you already know I like easy work. To avoid start marking it all over again, I always place my back. All right, I always place it this way and get what I want. So you place it. Now the back of this dress has zip allowance. Okay, there is zip at the back. Therefore, when cutting the back, we have to consider zip, and I'm using 1 inches. This is my zip part. All right, that is my zip. And I'm using 1 inches for my zip allowance. You can use 1.5, 2 at most. Okay, so this is my zip allowance. Now, the dart on the front and the back is not the same. The back is smaller, therefore I cannot just cut it. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm folding it in. I'm taking 1 inches from it, making the back to have 2 inches on the bust and 3 inches on the waist. Okay, I folded 1 inches in, then I'll cut. Now this back has a dart, and the dart will be my normal waist dart. The back has a dart and it's a normal waist dart, which is half inches, not 1 inches. Okay, so you equally curve it this same way, everything. Now once you're finished cutting this, let's separate the front. Let's start with the back. All right, let's work on the back first before going to the front. Now this is the zip allowance, which I've marked. Okay, the next thing is, like I said at the beginning of this video, if you do know how to cut the traditional Igbo dress blouse, this will be one of the easiest. Now place your tape this way. It can be 5, it can be 4.5. For it not to go off the shoulder, please let it not be far more than 5.5, what I just marked here. Alright, for it not to go off the shoulder, it should not be more than 5. At most 5.5, depending on how wide the person's shoulder is. Then you equally place your tape this way. Now, if you watch the dress, the back of this dress, the back is a little bit down. It's not the same with the front. So you equally place your tape. Maybe you decide what I'm marking now is the total neck depth of 6.5. I've decided that the neck depth will be 6.5. That is what I'm marking now. So for the back to be longer, and you can see you can equally use square on it. All right, now let it connect straight to the zip. Okay, now you can cut it this same way, or you give it a little curve. But before that, from here, you can see where my tape is. Please, 1 inches or half inches. What determines this 1.5 is the stand or the strap you're to attach. The strap is attachable straps. So that is it. Then you curve it. You can see how I'm curving it. You curve it. You equally come right here at this square. You know, curve it a little bit. All right. Now, this is the straps. The straps will be added. It's attachable. It is attached. Now, you need a kind of how do I put it? Where to attach it to. Remember, you have deepened the neck depth of the back. It has been deepened. All right, but the straps needs to continue, like needs to be straight. Now you can see it. This is how the back will be. When you attach the straps, it increases. All right. So with this, my back is ready. No much to be done to the back, just our normal waist that. Now this is the front where you cut the, watch me while I cut the bustier. All right, all the intakes will be taken out. So this is the fabric. All right, what I just need to do is place them and cut. Okay, it shouldn't come too close. All right, now remember the down part of this dress is the flare part is 90 degree. Okay, so and for you to finish this dress, it is free, full lining. Yeah, it is full lining. The upper part is full lining and it's padded. The padding is not cup, it is padded. The way you apply pad on your bustier, that is the same way this will be done, full lining and padded equally. So I've gotten this, but I always like to fold my pattern paper with my fabric together, right? It makes it more easy for me so I don't make mistakes. So the same way I did this cutting, I will equally do this and the back too. Let's do that. So I'm done cutting off the front. It's just for me to cut the back too. Right, all I need to do is place it and cut just little space. It's okay. So guys, I'm done cutting. All right, now I just want to show you guys something, right? How you finish this dress. I will be posting the part 2, that is the sewing video, but that will be when I make the dress, when sewing it. All right, but for now, let me just explain for those that would like to go ahead and cut theirs immediately. This particular place I just pointed out should not be wide for any reason. Remember the back, I told you you can go at most, it should not be more than 5.5. If you measure, you can see it is 6. All right, now it is 6, it is too much for me. If you measure it and you're having about 4.5, for leave it is okay. But if you're measuring it and you're having 6, take out something. I just took out 1 inches. All right, this thing you're cutting it in an off shoulder pattern. All right, for it not to be going off your shoulder, this gown will never for any reason go off the person's shoulder. If you consider these things, this thing I'm just doing now, recutting it. All right, recutting it is very important. Like, I just want to key in, show you the areas that you need to be careful. It should not be wide. If it is wide, it becomes an off shoulder. You can see it is not wide. All right, if a strap is added to it right now, it will always be on the shoulder, not away from the shoulder. Okay, it will not be off shoulder. So with this, all right, let's say this is the strap or that you'll be adding. Remember, it's 4 plus 6 inch, 6.5, all right, that is about 10. The straps will be about 11 inches in length. The width is your choice. Okay, so this is how it is. Now, where are you to attach the straps? You see where how I attached it very close. Let me zoom this. You see where I attached it very close. All right, that is how you attach it here. See how? So when you are attaching your sleeve, you see there's a cap sleeve. The cap sleeve, you attach it from that stand. Let's say this is the cap sleeve. You start from here and attach it. You start from here, it goes. All right, so that is why it has to be close to that edge, because you will be attaching sleeve, the cap sleeve, to the straps all through to the armhole. The same thing on both sides. All right, now once this is done, the next part is the ashok. I would love you to look at this picture very well before attaching ashok. Like this particular video, I took out my time to zoom in the picture for you to see that the ashok was sewn on the fabric. It was sewn. You're seeing the sewing. So let's place it and see how it goes. This is how you place it. So you place it straight. You can see it is not on the padding. The bustier line is not sewn there. You know, this ashok was just placed straight the way it is. You can see it placed straight. Now do the placing before you add your straps. Okay, this part will be cut off. Let me turn it this way. You come close. This is how you place it, okay? Which is the side. This side I'm placing this way extends to the joining part of it. I had to zoom. Like when it comes to this kind of a dress, take your time, zoom in, zoom out. If there's a video of it, you know, all round video, you watch it. I took my time to watch this video. All right. Now, when you place it this way, this particular one I just did extends to the side of the joining part. It is joined in. All right. Then you get the next one and place it. The next one will be straight. Now this is a pieces of ashok. It's not the complete ashok. So it can't cover the way the other one is. It's just a pieces of ashok that was used for sewing. So I'm just using it to show you guys how it's done. All right, now when you place it, let me turn it again this way so you get to see this slanting. All right, you can see the slanting was facing opposite side. So when you place it this way, you fold it. It should be slanted this way. Once it's slanted, take this and fold. then you fold it. This is how you fold it. You see how I folded it and placed it? That is what they did. This slanting was done, and just bear in mind, when did they sew this dress? When they were done with the padding. Sorry, when was the ashok sewn? When you're done with the padding, all right, before shaping the both sides, before joining the back to the front, they did this to the front of the fabric, all right, so it can be joined. So it is slanted. When you slant it, if there's any excess, trim it. Okay, so you keep placing it until you get it right. Now, if you have any question, drop it on the comment section. And if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. All right, now, make sure you drop a comment. Just drop a comment on the comment section so this video can be pushed out. So you keep placing it on, you get it right. Now, this side can be folded in if you decide, but if the edge is neatly finished, no need.